Hi Stampers! For today's video I'm going to show you how I made this card. Let me show you up close because I used the shimmer paint that's in the catalog and it gives it that shimmer effect. So I'm going to show you how I did that. This is actually a 4x4 card, so it's actually 4 1/4, but this part is actually 4x4. So this is cut 8 and scored at 4 and then cut at 4 here, and then the white piece is actually just 4 1/4 by 4 1/4. So let me show you how I did this. I already went ahead and stamped the snowflakes on this card, and the stamp set that I used is this one right here. It's called Snowflake Soiree, I believe, and it's in the Holiday Mini. And so I already went ahead and stamped those. This big one I stamped in Gumball Green, which is this one right here. And then all the other ones I stamped in Baja Breeze, which is the same color as the cardstock. And so then what I did is I used my Stamp-A-Ma-Jig. And you guys know how much I love my Stamp-A-Ma-Jig. So what I did already is, I already set up my Stamp-A-Ma-Jig just so you guys save some time. So all I did was stamp my big snowflake right on there. And I actually put an arrow because I have all 3 of them on here. I don't know if you can really see it, but they're all on there. So, and because it's a stamp that you can't really tell which is front and bottom, top, I did go ahead and put an arrow right on the back. I did not put my sticker on the back, and I did that with all of them so that I knew when I went back to go and stamp them which direction I stamped it in the first place. What I used was, if you can see it, it is Frost White all-purpose ink. You want to shake it up good. And this is actually in the big catalog. Comes in a few different colors. And then you're just going to take your sponge, and I cut my sponge. And you're going to put ink right on your sponge. I'm sort of running out. A little bit more on there. And then what you're going to do is you're going to ink your... I don't get ink stamped right out. I'm going to actually lay this underneath here. Okay, so you want to make sure your Stamp-A-Ma-Jig is lined up really perfect on top of your already stamped image of green. As perfect as can be, of course, because it's a hand-stamped card, right? And I have this opened, my card actually open, because then your Stamp-A-Ma-Jig will hold your whole card in place, which is really important, so this doesn't shift. And it doesn't matter if you stamp over here because that's the part you're sticking down. All right. So then when you lift it up, as close as can be, it gives you that like really cool shimmer effect. So let me show you again. And we're going to move on. We're going to do this one over here, which is this guy right here. And there's my arrow. And then on my Stamp-A-Ma-Jig, it's this one. Okay, so there's my arrow. So there it is up close. For this part over here, I used the Big Shot die called Snow Flurry. This one right here, it's in the Holiday Mini. And this is awesome. I love this one. There's so many stuff you can do with this, especially for Christmas. Or even just, you know, scrapbook pages, kids playing in the snow. But I already went ahead and did it. So it's right here, all put together. I used the 2 smaller snowflakes, And then for the Mary Mary, I used the stamp set called Border Banter. That's also in the Holiday Mini. And this is a really cool one for stamping on ribbon and making your own ribbon like I did here. And then I just used Whisper White Baker's twine, and I also used the vintage faceted buttons. I'm not sure if those are in the mini or not, but they're either in the mini or the big. And then I just put it all together. Used a glue dot to put the button onto the snowflake. Right about there. And there you go. So your card is done. And then you're just going to attach it to your white piece. There you go. Very, very, here, actually up close again with, I don't know if you can, there we go, with the little glimmer. If you go ahead and make it, it looks way better in person. So have fun with it, and thanks for watching.